Hello, friends. Welcome to the Locker Room Talk with Jamie podcast. Today is Friday, September 11th, 2020. This is episode 2, a preview of the NFL's 2002 season, 2020. Before we start our podcast today, we would like to take a moment of silence to remember all those who tragically lost their lives 19 years ago today in the September 11th attack. May we never forget the tragedy that occurred, but may we also move forward with unity and hope for the future every day. Please join us for a moment of silence. This week, we will be discussing the NFL preview. The season starts yesterday, Thursday, September 10th, with the Houston Texans versus the Kansas City Chiefs. They play in Kansas City, Missouri, for the season opener. Good luck to all our teams. Our start of the week is an exciting one, as we wish we were enjoying the Paralympics this summer. Do you know that the last Paralympic Games held in Rio de Janeiro in 2016, a record 1.4, a record 4.1 billion viewers tuned in from home, and in-person attendance actually outdrew the Olympics. Isn't that impressive? Go Paralympics. The next Paralympics will be held in Tokyo in 2021. Moving forward, we are always excited to bring you the rant of the week. This week's rant, this week we are ranting about Athletes Unlimited Softball and its scoring system. Why am I ignored? The scoring system is similar to fantasy football, except of playing together as a team. I am a team player kind of guy. To see team sports, such as softball, not coming together is frustrating. I can understand giving bonus points for having heads or strikeouts, but not having a team in a specific city rather than having a group of 54 professionals scattered over 4 teams just doesn't make sense. They draft new players every week. They only have 3 days to practice before the next set of games on the weekend. That's not a lot of time. We hope for improvements in the time as time goes by. As Michael Jordan once said, talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence wins championships. Let's keep following his advice. This concludes our rant of the week. As promised earlier, our main topic of discussion this week is the preview of the NFL. It's been a busy offseason with Tom Brady leaving the New England Patriots behind for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Joining him is Rod Gronkowski. As a New England fan, this is interesting and surprising for me to see. While taking a loss, the New England Patriots gained quarterback Cam Newton from the Carolina Panthers. Newton is also a former NFL MVP. So while there are losses for New England, there are also gains as well. Speaking of big moves, the Chargers and Rams are sharing a new stadium in Los Angeles this year. It is also to be noted that this is the first season that the Raiders franchise is moving to Las Vegas. They were previously located in Oakland, Los Angeles, back to Oakland. This change of location will bring in new fan base, stadium, and new surroundings. This is an exciting year of change for the NFL. Consider other athletes. We are excited to see the third-year quarterback, Baker Mayfield of the Cleveland Browns, perform. Our honorable mention for promising performance this year is Joe Burrow from the LSU, the national championship LSU Tigers. He was drafted number 1 by the Cincinnati Bengals. Our performance team picks of the year are the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC, and the San Francisco 49ers in the NFC. Although early, our Super Bowl prediction is Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. Both teams proved to be extremely promising, and we cannot wait to see how they perform. We will be providing routine updates, so stay tuned for more information as we move to get throughout the season. For our roster games, please keep up with us on Facebook. For our weekly event schedule, we can be found typing in Locker Room Talk with Jamie. See you on social. After a hefty NFL discussion, we are excited to bring you our Teams of the Week. We are presenting Boys and Girls Varsity Soccer from my alma mater, Killing High School in Danielson, Connecticut. Girls Varsity Soccer is coached by Jim Lecker. This is his 5th year leading the team and returning as head coach. Boys Varsity Soccer is coached by Ron Funchy. The boys were headed to the state playoffs this year for the first time since 2015, last season. A schedule should be released in early November. Hard work and dedication certainly pays off. If you would like your team or individual athlete to be featured, nominate them to be covered on our weekly show. Please reach out to us via email to put on the schedule. Our email is lockerroomtalkwithjamie, all one word, @gmail.com. Moving on in our segment for the best and worst in sports this week. Our worst this week is in tennis. Serbian men's tennis player Novak Djokovic was disqualified from the US Open for intentionally hitting a ball behind his back and hitting a blind person in his throat. And I have to say, it was intentionally, but the worst of the weekend is that it took 10 to 15 minutes into the after the incident to disqualify him. It is cut and dry. The rules are the rules. Why did it take so long? Because he's, number 2 in the world? That doesn't make sense. Our best of the week is college football and the NFL. Like we said, we have new locations, players switching to different teams, and a promising year ahead. We look forward to what's come this season and plan to provide routine updates as mentioned before. And also college college football, trying to do, you have some college conferences, the ACC and the SEC playing, while you have the Big Ten, the Pac-12 sitting out and saying that they'll play in the spring, but the college football playoffs are saying that's not going to count. So you're going to play for they're going to play for nothing. But it's an interesting time for interesting people. Next week we'll be giving a preview of the French Open tennis. We are excited to have you join us as we start providing regular updates on sports as the season progresses. We are currently seeking sponsors. Sponsors are needed for our Start of the Week and Team Athlete of the Week segments. Sponsors will be featured at the beginning and end of each podcast and during the segment. They will also be listed on the back of our t-shirts that we will have available for purchase. Proceeds from these t-shirts will go to Special Olympics Connecticut. For pricing and more information, please email lockerroomtalkwithjamie@gmail.com. We thank you for your consideration and support of our podcast. That's all for this week. We have busy times ahead with the NFL and local sports picking back up. Today is like the fifth time this decade that the NFL, the NHL, the NBA, the WNBA, golf, tennis, women's golf, and MLS maybe, playing all at the same time. That is very unheard of. So it is a busy season as this pandemic has pushed everything back. We hope to provide you with entertainment and a sense of normalcy. It is our pleasure to be able to surf the internet with you. We hope to have you with us on air next week. Stay classy, sports fans.